Click.
Oh.
Alright. Good stuff.
Hobbit, what's
Awake,
up?
Awake cast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Getting ready. The
Wow,
three black shirts.
this thing
cast.
really brightens the room, doesn't it?
Now that it's warmed up a little, yeah.
Are you fucking serious?
I just looked over and it's got Solaris going on over there.
That lens flare.
Yeah.
I got natural blue light coming from this side, and I have
Yeah.
warm halogen from this side.
J.J. Abrams, watch out.
Oh man.
This is the
Might as
loudest
well put
rapper ever.
sunglasses
It is the loudest rapper ever. Good
What?
lord.
What's
Kinda
happening? Boston, I'm kind of craving those lychee candies.
You can get them on Amazon. They're cheap.
I know, but I'm just saying. I've been like kind of like I haven't had them in a while. It took me a while to get through that bag because I didn't really eat them a lot.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, I need some sugar. Oh yeah, I got these little things. And
I mean,
have
you
a
can buy
couple.
a bag of those for like $10 and it'll last you months.
What are those things?
Some sort of lychee candies.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I don't even remember who makes them.
I don't.
I mean,
It's
most of the writing
some-
on it is in Japanese, so
Ah,
it
okay.
gives you any indication how legitimate they are.
Yeah. All I know is they look Japanesey and they were delicious.
Oh god, they're so good. Now I'm gonna have to buy some and bring them to work.
Mm-hmm.
Gotten some Pocky.
Oh
No,
man.
fuck that. That's for me. No one gets my Pocky.
Oh no one's getting my lychee candies at work. I'm just bringing them there. Man, I haven't had Pocky in a while.
Yeah, it's been a
I
while.
was just
for me,
thinking
too.
about that too. Yeah.
I would like a supersized Pocky package.
Son of a bitch!
Did you just claw yourself in the eyeball?
I just dislodged my contact.
Oh.
Ooh. So it's worse than clawing yourself in the eyeball.
Do you need to take a knee?
I was.
I'm hurting, coach.
Hold on. When I get back, I'll tell you a story when I get back.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Welcome to the stream, everyone.
Hi.
I got Three Black Shirts cast. I'm wearing my official TVGP shirt.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Very nice.
Meetup dose.
Nice.
It's backwards, of course, since my camera is
yeah.
flipped.
Well, I also got to flip over to the actual live stream to see that, you know,
Oh.
on a delay.
Right.
Sitting here like, wait, what? I can't see him. I can't see him.
The majesty of Skype streaming, also
Yeah,
known
right.
as black magic.
Indeed.
Hello there, Toxic Joker in the chat.
What up?
What up? I barely scraped out 3 games this week.
I played a little bit of a bunch of stuff. Plus, I hopped on Thursday night game night, which was awesome.
Oh, nice.
So good.
I wish my work schedule wasn't so weird. I could hop on. What is
Yeah.
it? 10 p.m. EST?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like leaving work.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
It's weird because I'm completely unfamiliar with UT2K40, and I had a ton of fun, and I wasn't awful. I wasn't great, but I wasn't awful.
I think that's the best part about UT2K4. Anyone can hop in and just start shooting people.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if you don't know what you're doing. Just crazy shit's happening.
Yeah.
Oh fuck me, man. God damn it.
Oh, welcome back. We're just talking about UT2K4.
Oh man, it was fun.
Yeah, it was a blast.
So anyway, I was out golfing. I think it was like last Friday, and kind of the same thing happened to me. Well, it was a funny situation. So you know how like you have the green and you got to drive the cart over to the next tee box.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was with my neighbor's friend Dennis. We were riding a cart, and Bill and his son were riding in a cart, and obviously the kid's driving. So we go out like so we get done with the hole, hop in the cart, we drive on, and we like there's his son James just kind of sitting there, and we just kind of go by, and then James follows us. I look at Dennis, and this is probably like a 200-300 foot walk to the next tee box. I was like, he's gonna turn around and pick up his dad, right? And he's like, and so we all stop, and he's like, dude, I can't believe you just let Bill back there. He's like, well, he likes to walk in between greens and tees. I was like, yeah, this one's kind of long, and then all of a sudden you see Bill come around the trees. What the fuck? And he's got one of his really funny voices too. He's like, God, the fuck? As he's walking up, he's like, oh no, just stay there. Dennis and I start laughing so hard, like I like crying. And the same thing just happened where I just kind of bumped and my contact folded up in my eye.
Oh God.
So I'm like, oh, son of a bitch. And then all of a sudden it falls out, and I'm like, oh, I'm outside. I've got no access to saline.
What do I do? What do I do?
So my first instinct is like, okay, I'll keep it wet. I'll spit in my hand. I was like, oh, shit. Not realizing I have a chew-in.
Oh,
gross.
So at this point, I'm like, well, it's done at this point. So I grab my sunglasses, put it back in my eye, and it's like on fire.
oh my God. I thought you were going to say my first instinct was swallow it.
No. Oh, shit. Don't stare at it. Eat it. So I'm sitting there, and I'm like eyeing up my next golf shot with one eye, because it's like just tears just pouring down the side of my face.
Ugh.
Only you.
About 15 minutes later, it finally cleared up, and my eyeball looked like I had the worst case of pink eye ever.
Ugh. Well, that's fun.
But I almost had the same experience right there, where I just kind of rub, and it folds up, and then gets up in this top corner of your eye where you can't really grab it.
Oh man.
Ugh.
And then, again, same thing, where I just realized I just put a chew in, I still got all that fucking tobacco juice on my... And I was like, oh, fucking dick.
You know, people always ask me, hey, why don't you go for contacts? Where are you wearing these glasses? There's a lot of reasons.
Not
One
just
is-
listed most of them.
Yeah,
One is tobacco fingers, and it's falling out of your face, and you don't know what to
it's
do because you're not
folding
prepared.
up on top of your eyeball. Great.
Like, granted, I'm only supposed to wear those contacts for a month. I've been going probably about 18 on that set.
Oof.
They are dry.
A little bit roof,
I really should order some more.
probably.
But I'm trying to save for LASIK, so I don't have to deal with this shit either.
There you go.
There you go.
Except after a couple of years.
Yeah.
How long does LASIK last now? 5 years?
I don't know.
I know it's longer now. 10 years maybe?
I mean, originally I thought it was permanent. And then all of a sudden, like, after everybody got it,
A couple
I said,
years
"Oh,
later,
yeah."
everyone's like, "Oh, my eyes!
What happened?
I just-
Hell out!"
I just want to fall asleep on like watching TV without having glasses digging into my face or contacts melding to my eyelids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm glad I have good vision.
Hey,
You know,
I
rub
can't
it in
believe-
our face.
I can't believe I just got a contact request from Moon. Holy shit!
Well, hello to D-Voice, Moonpeer, and Soulman in chat. Yo, yo!
Hey, hey.
How the fuck wasn't he on my list before?
I don't know what's happening anymore.
Very nice.
Alright, are we ready to, start this poop show?
Yes. Very much so.
Yeah.
Sure, I mean, if you guys, it's 50-50.
I'll
I mean,
be
you
fine.
guys really want
I'm
it?
good.
Well, all right. Well, might as well. There
I
we
mean,
go.
we're all here. We play games. I mean,
Yeah.
whatevs.
You
We're
got
already
anything
on the
better to
internet.
do?
You know, we already have the airtime. You know, they don't give everyone airtime.
Really,
on the internet.
we're not on the clock for this. We don't have to hurry up.
Nope. No. You know, well, they don't give everyone airtime on the internet, so you know, we
Yeah.
have a pretty special slot here.
Indeed.
Fuck just.
I didn't sleep a lot last night, so you can make that. All right.
Oh, man. I was up at like 7 o'clock this morning. I don't feel like I've been awake at all today, and I've golfed and played volleyball.
Nice. Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
I
even know
forgot
what time that was. What fucking time is it?
it's 4:30 your time.
Yeah, that's about right.
All right, you guys got your what you been plurring?
Indeed.
Yeah, I've only got a few.
Yeah, me too. I think it's gonna be a pretty short episode because what E3 is next week?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
I really should know this. Working in the industry, I do not know.
Oh man, I got blow my nose.
I think it's the 11th. I don't know. Whatever. Oh yeah.
Nose cast.
In case anybody's wondering, I keep my Kleenex up high.
For anyone watching the live stream, oh, thank you, Soulman. Conferences start 6:10. I should know that for my job, and I don't.
What, Mark? What's going on?
If anyone was watching the live stream and they're not in chat, please join chat.
Indeed.
Interact with us. We get so lonely.
So lonely.
I should probably pull that up, shouldn't I?
Probably. Stay focused, though.
How do I?
What
is happening to you, Knobs?
Welcome to Bodycast. Welcome to another episode of.
Fuck off, Boomer. Holy shit.
Anyone else really warm?
What's the URL for chat?
Twitch.tv/E1M1 Network.
Indeed.
I don't know. I'm losing it. Oh, fuck it. I'm done. Let's just go.
Welcome to the live stream, everyone. Alright, you guys ready?
Indeed.
Alright, starting in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of That Video Game Podcast. I'm your host, Boston. Over there's Knobs.
What's up?
And over there's the Hannah.
Hey, hey.
The new episode of Picking Up the Pixels RPG Love is out today. So if you want to hear about RPGs, go over to pickingupthepixels.com. That's all I got, though, so we'll see y'all next week, I guess. Knobs, what you been playing?
What have I been
What
playing?
have you been playing? What have
There's
you...
noises and stuff. I don't. What's happening?
Yeah, if anybody hasn't watched the live stream,
pause.
you should probably go check this live stream out.
It's getting loose in my earphones. All right.
I can't hear the beat.
Anyway, so I've been playing as obviously Monday night game night, Left 4 Dead 2. It's always a good time, and the advertisement just popped up.
Thanks, Twitch.
Anyway, we had kind of a nutso round again. It just seems to be getting better and better every week, as obviously people are getting better at the game. And we were down to, I think, one can was the deciding factor.
Jeez.
Each team that got 3 cans, it was up to us to stop them for the win. It was that tight.
Wow.
It was craziness. It was probably one of the most intense. Like, everyone at the end of the match, like, I can't think. Like, my adrenaline was so... I was so wound up, I didn't fall asleep till midnight. Like, it was crazy. It was a good time. Actually, no, I think I played some... You know what? I did. I forgot to write a game down. Okay. I got that done. And I think it was either like Tuesday or Wednesday. I actually was able to hop on a little bit for a nice hour-long sparring session with Seb Hender and DOA 5.
Ooh, nice.
So I think we went 7-8 split. I was on the high side because I decided to call it quits before he caught up.
It's all about marketing.
It is. It's keeping me at 50%, 52% win ratio. Just as long as above 50%, I'm cool.
Yep.
Nice.
But yeah, that game's still fantastic, and I'm looking forward to playing as much of it as I can.
Are you interested in picking up DOA 5 Ultimate?
I'm sure I buy it.
Okay.
Buy it.
A blind. That's a blind purchase for.
It's a blind purchase. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just one of those things that's a known quantity for me. It's like asking if I'm going to pick up the new Guilty Gear game. Of course it's going to happen, whether it's going to be bad or not.
Yeah, it's just...
Where did this come from? Wait, I bought it? Oh, well,
yeah.
okay.
Oh, it's like one of those Amazon packages which shows up and you're like, what did I buy? And it's like, oh yeah, 3 months ago I purchased this thing. Oh, yeah, okay. Great.
You know
I was looking forward to that.
You know what? I played more games than I thought this week, so I just remembered another one.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
Good, we need more content for the show.
Okay. So anyway, yeah, so we are just... It's so nice to have like a partner to play with, like Seven Hender, that we are so closely in skill set that every match, it's nerve-wrackingly silent when we fight because we're both so enthralled in the actual fight itself.
Nice.
Like there's like so much mental, like just guessing and just trying to figure out what move is because we both fight heavily on counters.
Yeah.
And that, you know, it's very streaky, too. Like, there'll be a time where you just... It doesn't matter what happens. I'm going to catch it because I know what's coming.
Yeah.
And that seems like that's like one of those momentum bars, like in a sports game. Just goes back and forth the whole time.
Your
it's
DOA 5 rally.
It is. It feels like a rally. Like, there's times where you're just unstoppable.
Yeah.
And you're just rolling the other guy. And there's other times you just can't do anything right. But yeah, it's a blast. Like there's very few games I think I've ever really played that I feel so much is in control of how you play that game, and your skill set really needs your skill will shine through. It's not so much just a random button press.
Yeah.
That wins you fights in that game.
Yeah.
On the flip side of that note, I played some Ultimate Marvel's Capcom 3.
Ooh.
Which is just button mayhem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And man, that game does look cool. It looks really good.
It does.
I did. I think I didn't really play anybody. I think I just did sparring, just to kind of get my legs back. So I'm trying to get Hannah to play a little bit before Monday night.
Dude, if I have time this Monday, I will let you know. But man, this bathroom's been a bear.
Bathrooms are bears because you never know what happens till you start opening things up.
Yeah, and it's
a remodel for those at home.
It is
remodel cast.
Not something horrible.
But you never know. Like I'm just trying to play playing some games. Just trying.
I just want to play games with my friends, man.
It's okay. It's all right.
Just sit over here, be lonely.
Just send me a message back so I don't feel like a crazy girlfriend. Okay? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm
what's
saying.
the fun in that?
Oh, baby, I never got your texts. What? Baby, you know I love you.
I don't know. Sometimes texts don't come through on my end, and I assume the worst.
Yeah.
I think you've been in a train wreck. I'm worried. I'm going to start sending flowers where they don't need to be.
Oh God.
But anyway, I am angry with you, Ryan.
Oh, really?
You had to bring up Luminous again. And I can't get away from it. I've been playing this game almost every day. Every day, I can't put it down again.
God, we just broke him of the habit. We had that intervention.
I've got nothing. Like I've got nothing left to earn in this game at all, and I can't put it down. Like right now, like it's sitting. Well, obviously, I should have had that prepared. The prop. Boom. It's here. Hey, stop it.
Hey, put that away. That's dirty.
But no, like every game, like I hit a wall at like 1.1, 1.2 mil, and I can't break my high scorers at 1.3, and it's driving me nuts. I get to the same spot, like I'm literally the stage before that. I have nothing, and then all of a sudden I just can't think, and I'm just like, you know what? Let's make a checkerboard because that sounds like fun. Or I'm just gonna build a spire and I'm just gonna keep dropping stuff on it because you know what? I'm tapping out at this point. I'm done. Whatever. And then I'm sitting there thinking, it's like that's 4 hours worth of work just wasted. Like, I should be able to destroy that game at this point. Like getting through that first turnover, no problem. Like I'm like not even an immediate threat of anything going. Like we're at the point where I don't even need my power ups. Like I'm just, hey, you want to mix it up? Go ahead, sir, because I'm on it. No problems. And it's just here I am. I'm talking smack about Luminous.
I don't know what's happening.
I'm yelling at my handheld Vita. Like, dude, bring it! Come on.
Oh God.
But yeah, so I've been stuck in that like horrendously. Like if I'm sitting there watching TV, I have Luminous in my hand playing. Like I'm not even surfing the internet anymore. Like that's all I'm doing is Luminous and Up a Storm.
Luminous, not even once.
Oh, that game. I can't put it. I don't understand what it is. Like, you know what I think it is? It's Tetris with a chance of success. Like, it's the only way I can really describe it because you fail. It's usually your fault. Went wrong. It's not too fast. It's not clearing quick enough. It's on you for not being prepared for the tiles that are coming.
Yeah.
Where I feel like Tetris, it takes the gameplay out of your hands and puts you speed that you just can't think that fast. Luminous doesn't seem to have that. It wears you down.
It's more of an endurance challenge than anything.
I'm sorry. I'm angry because I can't.
Once again, I encourage you at home to watch this live stream.
It's like I just want to want to beat my high score, and then maybe I'll put it back down. Maybe I'll put it back down.
You won't.
Okay. And lastly, was Thursday night Steam Game Night, which is turning out to be a ball of a time.
TNGN, son.
It really
It is. It is a riot, and that's another game where I think your skill as a first-person shooter really shines through, because there's no auto aim assist or anything in that game. When you pull a headshot off, it's a good shot.
Yeah, you really legitimately did that.
And nothing makes me feel better in the cockles of my heart is when the little as you're strafing, you just pop that one shot off and like headshot. And you're like, oh yes,
That's what Daddy likes.
but then it ruins it 'cause you want to chase that feeling like an addict. Like it's
Yes.
Or there was
Is
one
this video
spot
game addiction cast this week? Like, what's
I don't
happening?
know.
You're sitting there scratching yourself, like, oh, Luminous, we gotta finish this. I gotta play. I got a match.
I don't know. I gotta get a headshot. or when the multi-kill or double kill starts popping up. I think I had a couple of those in the one assault map we played with the caravan where you're hopping from big
Oh yeah.
to the next. Where I think I got ahead a little bit too much, and you guys were just you were just hopping right over top of me. I was like, all right, I'll take care of everybody. Screw you, Blues, you're done. Like
I played another game this week that has that same, multi-kill sort of announcer, and it's just like it pokes that part of your brain where you're just like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I wish as I think we were using Skype chat. Was kinda bad.
Yeah, we had some bandwidth issues near
So
the end.
Skype being Skype.
I think that's what killed the momentum after that last match, where everyone's
Yeah.
like, I can't hear anything, I'm done.
Yeah.
Where I think it was Infinity Chicken, myself, and Late Elf. Oh, pinto beans. I don't know what
Podcast
happened.
continues.
Like, that just came up from, like, way down under. Like, But
I quit this show.
I went from having no energy. I am so amped right now, I don't know what happened.
Because you're waiting for that next Luminous fix.
You need that hit, man.
That got my... down here in this, and it's percolating.
Yeah,
It's percolating in my brains. Clearing blocks. But anyway, with the brain scratching with that UT does so well, is that announcer is just so satisfying.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because that voice is just perfect for those little announcements.
Booming.
It is like 30 seconds remaining. And it's like the greatest thing ever.
Yeah. Well, one thing that struck me is I never really played UT back in the day, and the big thing that struck me is all the little touches it has that haven't been popularized until, like, I don't know, now.
Yeah.
Like when you're playing the assault maps, and it's got not only the 3D arrow up here, but it's also got the idiot line, which nobody did until 2-3 years ago as a navigation mechanic.
I totally forgot it was even in there until we're like,
Yeah.
oh, where do we go? It's like, and all of a sudden a little flare goes out in front of you. You're like, oh yeah, I know what that means
nice.
now.
Yeah, I'm sure back in the day everyone was like, "What is that? Huh?
Yeah.
I don't
What, am I
follow
supposed
up
to
on
shoot that thing? What is it, a pixie? I don't know. I can't kill it. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
But no, before Knobs hopped on, I had we had been playing Invasion for a little while with I think Infinity Chicken had been hosting, and he has an RPG mod where you can set stats and stuff, and it's actually pretty interesting. It's a little complex for something like UT, in my opinion. It was fun. But man, that game is just, especially on invasion mode, that game is mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It does not let up. It's like, oh, all right, wave 2, let's see if we can kill you. All right, wave 3, we're going to kill you.
And bots in UT have always been really good.
Yeah.
Well, especially the bots in that game, or especially for invasion mode, they're the classic UT enemies, like the big dude with the guns and those little bird things that look like... It has such an aliens feel, and you forget how fast the Scar really are.
Oh, yeah.
They were diving... I remember playing those enemies when he first came across me in the original Unreal game, where they were just... They're vicious, and you don't run into them for a while in that game, too.
And they're on top of... I mean, like, compare that to, build engine games or games that are running on the Doom engine, where you run into a room and there's a bunch of enemies that are kind of standing there shooting at you, and it's just sort of, one after
shooting
the other.
gallery.
Yeah.
Well, this thing's like diving and rolling, and then it's coming at you with the double hooky things and just kind of going nuts on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
They got that shuriken, whatever, those little balls of death flying at you that you get. If you stand still, they'll miss you, but you're always moving, so they always hit you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the killer. But I mean, we had I don't know. That's the most fun I've had with a PC FPS in years.
Yeah.
And I just I want to give a shout out to everyone who played. It was, let's see, me, Knobs, Infinity Chicken, Robo Pig, 12 Gauge Slug, the other JZ, Late Elf, and Big Total Hero.
Yes. Wow, that's a that's a grip of dudes.
That's why we were able to play Assault, and it was
we actually Assault. Yeah, it was human versus human, and it was a blast because there was people like, where do I destroy this? Like, oh, Knobs and Infinity Chicken killed that like 2 minutes ago. Like, oh, okay.
And
one of those maps we just rolled. Like, I think it was the caravan one.
The caravan one you guys rolled. The one after that, it was pretty much the same story.
Well, that Lucifer one, that Lucifer guy came in our game, and he was just bricking us. Like, I couldn't get by him.
And for those of you listening at home, UT2K4 is like $3 on Steam, and you really don't need a great machine to run it.
You really don't. I was able to run Chrome, UT, Skype, and like Steam Chat all at once.
Yeah.
Well, that game was playing buttery smooth, too.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like, I would like to go back if anybody picked up the pack. Like, I would love to play UT99 one night.
Oh yeah,
because that game has its own, or even Unreal Deathmatch. That was like one of my favorite things of the original Unreal game was the Unreal Deathmatch, where you can actually have that one pulse rifle, the first thing you get in the game.
Oh,
and there's these little bullets that are like kind of suspended in air with little thrusters, and each one upgrades that gun to like the best gun in the game.
Yeah.
Like first it splits apart, then it gets this little barrel in the middle, then it gets these little rail things. It looks awesome. It's like it's so hard to get all the pieces to it, but it's totally worth it.
Nice. Moonpier in chat asked, "Hey guys, what time is Thursday night game night?" 10 p.m. EST. There's a thread for it in the online gaming forum. I have no idea what time zone that is anywhere else.
I think it'd be like 2, 3 in the morning for you, I think.
Yeah.
What else you been playing, Knobs?
You know what? I think that's it.
All right, Hannah, what you got?
Oh, I got a whole slew of games that I played a tiny little bit of all week. First was obviously Thursday night game night, which was, like I said, it was a blast. Yeah. I really can't wait to do it again this Thursday night. And apparently the troubleshooting method now for that game is check if you have legs. And that was something that came up. Someone said, "Hey, I don't have legs anymore," and it was ridiculous in all the right ways. The other games I've been playing this week, I've been playing more MGS3. I just got past the torture portion. That was...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, that part's brutal.
Yeah, especially with the secret scenes in it.
Yeah, those are... I don't even think I got all of them this time, because I was just like, I forgot how, like, oh, wow, that's really...
Yeah, they're really roughing them up.
Yeah. But I'm at the point where I think I just planted all the C3 in the Shagohod's hangar.
Yeah.
And like this is like where the game breaks wide open, and
Yeah.
I really can't wait to get back to it.
Yeah.
Because man,
I think you're
forgot
like
how-
right at the ending.
Yeah, I am, and like, but there's still like 3 or 4 boss fights.
Oh God, that's right. Ugh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just this like it's almost like a boss rush,
Yeah.
and it's insane. and
Boss
it's,
rush
it's
of
a
really
ton
bad
of fun.
bosses.
But it's still a ton of fun, you know. I really I think it's a lot. I don't know. Some people seem to not enjoy MGS3 as much as like some of the other MGS games, but I love it.
Yeah.
It's definitely I'm having more fun with this one than I did with 2. Because 2 was fun, but it's still got its weird, quirky issues, and I think 3 was made recently enough that it doesn't have quite as many.
Yeah.
And the fact that this has the camera angles of the what was it, subsistence version,
Yeah.
makes
yeah.
it way easier.
Yeah.
Like that game with the traditional MGS like weird top-down camera is really difficult,
Yeah.
and it's no joke, no matter what difficulty you put it on. And having the ability to like line up a shot, you know, before you even like draw your gun and be like, oh, he's over there, so I need to face this way, instead of having to stop and look and oh look, he saw me.
I still really like the. I agree with you. I still really like the tension of the original one though, because like it was
yeah.
really like turn up the volume incredibly loudly and listen to the environment.
Yes.
You know, like you really have to hide in the grass. You really have to figure out because I mean, since it's an old school Metal Gear Solid game, it doesn't have the radar or anything, so you can't just walk around and be like, oh, that blip is over there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's pretty nice. And like there are certain, you know, there's ways to get that. You have like the motion detector and the
Yeah.
active sonar and stuff, but they're not persistent like they were in some of the previous games.
Yeah.
You have to activate them, and they can give you away.
Yeah.
And there's risk to finding out where your enemy is, which is really it really does ramp up the tension.
Yeah. Are you going to go back and play MGS4?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go through all of them before MGS5 comes out.
Yeah. Have you played 4 before?
Oh yeah, I played
Okay.
4. It was you know, I really liked it. I just don't remember a whole lot of it because I
Yeah.
literally sat down and plowed through it in a weekend.
Yeah.
And it was one of those like, there's so many cutscenes, and every once in a while I'll be like, all right, this cutscene's great, but it's been going on for 20 minutes. I can't pause it. I have to. I need to do something. I need to go get a drink. I need to go use the washroom. Come on, I missed some parts.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
That
Does
reminds me.
MGS5 have a date?
Later
2013.
this year,
Yeah. So
fall-ish.
yeah. I'm looking forward to hearing more about it at E3, and after I play MGS4 again, I think I'll be in the right mindset to play Revengeance finally, because that's been sitting on my shelf
Yeah.
for like 2 months now. It's still in the plastic wrap.
I need to finish Peace Walker.
Oh yeah, I gotta play that one too.
I was really enjoying that.
Yeah. All right. So that's another one on my to-do list here.
Yeah.
But I've played the first one so many times I don't even need to anymore. It's just kind of like, yeah, I know exactly what happens in that game. I've
Yeah.
beat, like upwards of 10 times.
Yeah.
But let's see. I played some MGS3. I played some more You Don't Know Jack on Android because they finally officially released it for my phone.
Yeah.
And
Ooh.
the funny part is, the You Don't Know Jack Twitter account actually notified me directly that it was ready for my phone because I've been complaining so much about the lack of an Android version after the iOS release like 6 months ago.
So they pretty much
And-
sent you a note saying, "Shut the hell up! It's finally ready."
Pretty much, and you know what? It works really well now.
Nice.
It's a little bit quick, a little snappier on the load times, and it's still a great game. So I mean, shout out to those guys for actually taking it and improving on it, not just going here. It's out for these devices and then abandoning it,
Yeah. Yeah.
like so many games do. But I think you're going to be seeing a lot more from those guys with that game and with some other similar games in the near future because they seem really focused on making that type of game.
Good.
Like they have another one out for iOS called Lie Swatter, and it gives you like 4 facts, and you have to figure out which one's wrong or something. I haven't played it myself.
That's
like
pretty cool.
Yeah, like the stuff I've seen about it. It looks pretty cool. I'd love to see an Android versions in 2 years.
Aw, snap.
There we go again. I played a little bit more of The Cave. Xbox Live Arcade, and that game is really cool. But so the first time I played it, I picked all the female characters. I picked the scientist, the adventurer, and there's one more. I can't remember which one she is. That's going to drive me crazy. But this time I picked the knight, the hillbilly, and the monk. And I'm in the first area, and I have no clue what to do because these guys all have different little special abilities, and I don't know which one to use to get the stuff. I know how to solve the puzzle on a basic level. I know what I need to do. I just don't know what other the secondary things I need to do. So I need to sit down with that one some more. It was something I just popped open for maybe 30 minutes. I was like, oh, I need something really quick to play between chore X and chore Y.
Yeah.
And that game is really pretty and really fun.
Writing that down.
And it's really well made. It actually reminds me a lot of the Lost Vikings.
Oh yeah.
It does have that look.
Classic Blizzard game.
That look, but sort of the play style too. Your characters don't interact in the same way as the three Vikings did, but it's sort of like you have to use each of them in equal measure to get through the level.
Oh yeah.
Whereas Lost Vikings, it was okay, you take the shield guy and you put his shield over his head, and then this dude can jump and he can get to the next area and pop open the door, and then the warrior dude can kill the enemy that's there.
It pretty much exactly like what Trine did.
Yeah. And man, I really want to finish this game with all the different characters, because all the little tiny stories they tell throughout are really entertaining and really. And I love the narration from the actual cave. The cave is the main character, and does the voiceover, and that's ridiculous and funny.
Such a perfect voice for that character too.
Yeah, he sounds like a cave.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else did I pop in? Oh yes, I played a little bit of the Bard's Tale after getting frustrated with another game today. And I got frustrated with this one because I'm not sure why this game is supposed to be funny.
Isn't the original Bard's Tale from?
No, this is the one that came out on PS2, Xbox.
Oh,
This one, In Exile Entertainment. And I was under the impression it's supposed to be a funny take on RPGs. It's yeah, if you're 12.
Yeah.
It's kind of got that level of humor, and I don't know. It's sort of not. It's not clicking with me.
Yeah.
Which is because it doesn't seem like it's a bad game. It's a little old. It's a little it shows its age very much so. Not necessarily in the actual game graphics, but in the menus and the way the controls work. I mean, it's really kind of archaic.
Yeah.
And I can see the appeal in some aspects, but I don't want to keep going because it's hey, that was supposed to be funny.
I mean, does it seem like it's the type of humor that was really prevalent in games then? Not PC gaming, but the sort of console humor where it's I don't know, fart jokes. Huh.
Yes, it's exactly that.
Yeah.
It's not even like fart jokes. It was it's trying to turn the tropes of RPGs on its head, but it's just kind of it's sort of like Scary Movie. Scream was supposed to be funny. You don't need parody of a satire.
Yeah.
Right.
It feels in the same vein as that to me, and I just kind of I don't.
And RPG tropes are so prevalent, but breaking them or making fun of them historically has been really hard because RPGs rely on those so much that if you try and break them, they suddenly don't become an RPG.
Well, and then you run into
an RPG, that stuff just kind of falls on its face in its own right. You don't need to make fun of it.
Yeah, well, and I think part of what it is it's starting to hit Poe's Law level stuff.
Yeah.
Where you can't tell if it's trying to make fun of it or just using it.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's well, here's the amnesiac main character whose mom wakes them up at the beginning of the game. It's just
right?
Okay, it's a JRPG. Who cares at this point?
And some of the fourth wall breaking stuff was sort of funny. I might give it I might give it another half hour, but I don't know. I'm not feeling this game too much.
Games always have a hard time breaking the fourth wall, though. Except for the Metal Gear
Yeah.
Solid series, where it's just your
It just
commander
has-
saying, hit X to crouch, and it's just like, what? Pardon?
I think I've only really seen maybe one or two games really do it well, and one that comes to mind is The Return of Matt Hazard.
Oh, yeah, I was about to...
Yeah.
I mean, that game crashed into that fourth wall and
Yep.
and made the best out of it.
Actually, the Simpsons game that came out for 360 and PS3 did a little bit of that pretty well, too.
Nice.
Like, you get a 5-point achievement for hitting start on the main screen.
Yeah.
yes,
You know,
I
it's just
remember
sort of
that.
like, all right, that's yeah, that's pretty clever.
Well, that's it's more like that feels more topical, I guess you could say. Whereas
Yeah.
this just feels like, all right, let's go to all the old wells that we can and try
Yeah.
and mine some more humor out of them.
Yeah, Chad actually brought up two good points. D-Voice brought up the Mother series does it really well. That's true.
Yeah.
And
And
then
Blood Dragon.
Persona
Yeah.
4 brought up Blood Dragon. That's a really good point.
Nice.
Yeah.
And last, but and I'm going to have to say least this week is Dragon Age Origins. This game is running like garbage on my machine for no reason. I have
Maybe
tried
it's because
every.
your computer's too good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's definitely the
excelled at
problem.
the point where it's going to penalize you for having a good machine.
Yeah, it's like running a DOS game that runs at 8,000%.
Let's not even that. Like, my computer is about 5 years old. It's older than the game, but it ran the game really well when it came out. I had no problems with, texture details on high and, like, graphic details on high. And, it wasn't much anti-aliasing, but, like, 2x anti-aliasing.
Yeah.
And now, like, changing the graphics options does nothing to slow down. I can have it on high for everything, and I have the same lag when I have it on low, and I'm running it in 800 by 600.
We run at like 486 quality.
Pretty much.
Did you try
I've-
turning it off and on again?
multiple times.
Did you try software? Did you try software graphics mode?
I need to download some more RAM. I think is the real
Yeah,
problem.
exactly. Yeah. Did you purchase? What was that old program?
It was like RAM soft
Disk
or
to
something.
RAM? Yeah, RAM soft,
Yeah.
something like that. Where it's like, yeah, you can buy more RAM in this box. I'm like, wait,
Wait,
All it does is increase your cache on
yeah,
your
Norton
drive.
Utilities isn't gonna like this very much.
But I mean, I literally I can't play it. I get into a battle, and the slowdown is so bad. Like fights take 5-10 minutes. I'm not going to sit here and do this. Like I'm actively looking for ways to edit an Xbox 360 save game to get to the point where I'm at, so I can just continue there.
Yeah.
Because it'll be easier. It'll run. It'll work. And I don't know what they did to this game between when I originally beat it and now, but they broke it. I mean, plain and simple. Like this game is broken on my machine.
Wow.
And I've tried every fix I can find. I've tried so far. Let's say I disabled all the mods I had installed, which none of them were graphical in any manner, shape, or form.
Right.
I've tried, lowering the quality of everything to, the point where I'm running it in a tiny little window on my, 23-inch monitor, and it's still doing this. And
Please,
I-
I'm surfing the internet and I got Dragon Age playing in the bottom little ad corner,
Yeah.
like right
I even went
there.
so far as to close like everything, like Dropbox, Google Drive, like everything that runs is like might take up a little bit of RAM or a little bit of processor. Closed it,
Yeah.
got rid of it. And it's just I can't get a smooth play experience at all, and I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
And actually, the most drastic thing I tried was I remember this from back when the game first came out, and this did actually work at one point before they patched it. You would restrict it to the game to running on a single CPU on a quad-core machine
Oh yeah.
because it had trouble releasing threads from the other cores, and it would just start ramping up your RAM usage. But they fixed that in a later patch, and I'm
Yeah.
on like version 1.05. I'm on the latest version. I honestly can't figure out what's going on with it. And like this is like harkening back to like, oh right, this is why I bought a 360
Yeah.
because
It's like
I'm so tired of
it's-
dealing with stuff like this.
It's like the old days. It's like, well, which IRQ did you put your Sound Blaster card on?
Oh no!
Oh, God.
That's where I was done. I was
Bring
like,
the
all right, fire up NHL '94. I'm out.
Yeah. Did you load your
Yeah.
HighMem.sys?
Oh,
Yeah. Keep
Yeah.
dropping stuff. Did you load your Gravis gamepad and your autoexec.bat? Going old school here, son.
Oh, Gravis. I haven't seen one of those in
Uh,
forever. But yeah, I
did you
mean,
check did you check your install star.star file?
uh, yeah, I mean, as much as I really want to participate in this month's TVGP Game Club, the software is actively making it more difficult for me. So I'm gonna do the best I can, and maybe I'll go pick it up on 360 for a few bucks.
I would say that's your path of least resistance at this
It
point.
probably is.
Yeah.
And it's man, I am thoroughly displeased with the PC version of this game right now, and it's a drastic difference from when I bought it at launch in '09, and I played it like crazy, and now it just seems like they've broken it somehow. I mean,
Yeah.
I wish I knew how. I wish I could fix
Is it broken or is it better?
Welcome to the
Probably
EA
broken.
store.
It's EA, yeah. But that's been the last of my. Oh, actually, no, that is not the last game I've been playing. I just remembered an Android game I've been playing called The Room,
Oh yeah.
which is I think I
picked this up.
probably got it in an indie bundle, most likely.
Yeah.
But man, that game's cool. That is an interesting little puzzle game. Like they just put you in a room with like a device or like a box, and it's like, hey, figure out how to open it.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah, and the only time I ever had an issue with it was when it didn't tell me how to control certain things.
Yeah.
There was one thing where it was like, oh, what are these orbs on the top of the box do? And I'm sitting there like, flick, flick. They do nothing. They do nothing. I'm going to ignore this part. And then the little clue thing in the corner pops up because all these puzzle games have that. And
Yeah.
I hit it, and it's like, it seems to tilt when you tilt the box. And it's like, you could have just told me that.
You could have told me, hey, you can tilt this game.
Yeah, like, oh, there we go. Now I got it.
Yeah.
But that was the only real frustrating part I had with that game. Other than that, it's been really interesting because you like look at like this box or this whatever they give you, and you're like, all right, there's got to be something somewhere, and you notice that like there was one of them where it's got like six. It's a shape of a hexagon, and it's got 6 posts. And you notice that one of the posts has a round peg at the bottom. One of the feet is round instead of square.
Mm-hmm.
So look at that, spin it around. Oh, look, there's a little, item in there, and I can use that to finish the rest of the thing.
Yeah.
But it's really, it saves where you are, and you can literally just pop it open and close it down as you need, and it's actually really great for a mobile game. I thought at first I was going to be like, I'd rather have this on the Vita. I think I would actually rather have it on a phone.
Yeah.
Simply because it's the type of game where you literally just go, oh wait, hold on, I got it. And you can just whip out your phone, do it, and then go, all right, I'm stuck again, and then put it down.
Yeah. 12 Gauge Slug in chat asks, how was Thomas Was Alone, Hannah?
I actually haven't touched that one yet. I popped it open for a brief second, and then changed my mind and did something else.
Alrighty then.
I literally installed it, opened the launcher, and went, nah.
Not right now.
Not yet.
What else you got on your list?
And I think that's it.
Alrighty. My girlfriend and I have been playing a lot of Borderlands 2, the old Blands 2. I was thinking about it the other day, and I just talked about this yesterday on Pop RPG Love. That it's for us. It's when we get home from work. Most couples are gonna say, well, we'll just turn something on TV and sort of lay here on the couch and not think about anything. For us, that's Borderlands 2. We'll put on Borderlands 2, we'll level up some characters, we'll take care of some of those badass challenges, we'll work towards some achievements. There's still plenty of stuff to do in the game. And it's still really great. I haven't played much more of Krieg, unfortunately. Even though they released that awesome trailer the other day. But I'm what was that?
I did not see that.
Oh, it's really good. It's called a meat bicycle built for 2. It's really, really, really good.
Sounds like it.
I'm super pumped for the next DLC.
Tiny Tina?
Yeah,
Tiny
I
Tina,
watched
yeah.
Revision 3 had a 20-minute look at it. Looks
Nice.
really, really, really good. I almost sort of wish I didn't watch it because I think it spoils some of the jokes. Not in a sort of super spoiler way, but there's some pretty funny stuff in there that I think is a lot more surprising than some of the other DLC packs, especially the Big Hunt one, because that one was
Yeah, it was so meh.
yeah.
Eh.
But I have played a lot more Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. That game's getting weird. Like storyline wise, that game's getting super weird. But
Did it go Japanese on you?
yeah, a little bit. But what I really like about it though is they keep introducing a lot more enemies. It's not just the same like goblins and cyclopses throughout the whole game. They've been introducing ogres,
Nice.
which go crazy at the sight of women apparently, and it's a little unfortunate that I have a 4-woman party.
Oh,
Of course
so-
they do.
Yeah,
Hey, it could be worse. It could be the trolls from Berserk.
it's true. Very true. They've been introducing stone golems, which are really crazy because you can't hit them except for these sort of purple, glowy areas on them. So they're you really have to focus on climbing up. You know, after you hit it one area a little bit, it shatters, and then you can't do any more damage to it until you start climbing up on it and doing damage on it from, you know, its chest, its back, the back of its head, stuff like that.
Okay, so kind of Shadow of the Colossus style.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit.
Nice.
And and that's what I really love about the game is that there's such a verticality to some of these fights that it's not just you're sitting on the ground and like smacking at something's ankles for 20 minutes and then it dies. You know, like I fought a griffin the other day, and to try and stop it from flying off every couple minutes, all 4 of my party members hopped onto its back and started hacking at its wings.
I thought you were going to say before it
awesome.
started getting all Griffin on me.
If only.
If only.
But man, I'm still having a blast with this game. I fought a dragon the other day. That was super tough. Kept lighting my party members on fire, which completely rude. Dragon.
It's a dragon. What do you expect it to do?
I expect a little
It's
more
not going to
civility.
make you tea.
Well, I mean, it can breathe fire. It can make a nice hot tea. It's not
It
too
could.
much to ask.
Earl Grey, hot.
Yeah, I'm asking for a little civility. here,
No, I just found out oolong tea is the world's most popular tea.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I'll have to talk to
It's
the
not
dragon
what
about
Cart
it.
drinks, so I'm not having any.
Yeah.
What?
But yeah, I'm still having a blast. I've played. I'm sure Raptor says how much. I'll pull it up while I'm talking. But I've only seen barely a corner of that game.
Nice.
I'm doing some more quests here, and I have played 24 hours of it. I've been doing more quests and more getting into more bigger things. Like the Duke of the area is now giving me quests, and I just got into another quest chain where they said, "Oh well, we'll give you these new next quests, but make sure you're done with everything in this area because you won't see this area again for a while." I was like,
Ooh.
"Where else am I gonna go? I've already done so much stuff." So I'm still really, really, really enjoying it, and I think the biggest part of it is the battle system's really great. And I've only played one. They call it vocations, but it's basically character classes.
Okay.
So I'm basically playing the warrior now. There's mage, and rogue, which is daggers and bows. But then there's like 4 other classes that are hybrids of those 3 main classes. Like a mystic knight is basically half warrior and then half spellcaster. And then there's a whole bunch of skills for all that stuff.
Man, my mind's going to weird places. Like, it's, you said half word, I'm like, half elf?
Yes,
No,
the
it would
elf
be
class.
half wizard.
Yeah. Oh, good times.
That's racial profiling, sir.
Yeah. Oh, so only elves can be warriors now. Okay. Yeah, so I cannot recommend this game enough. Super, super great. Love to see more people on my friends list playing this game. And it's only $40, and it comes with Dragon's Dogma, all that DLC, the bug fixes, tutorials this time apparently. 'Cause apparently the
Nice.
first time around it didn't. And then the Dark Arisen DLC, which apparently is like another whole. I actually went to it the other day. It's this whole other island. It's this whole other separate complete area that has its own quest chains. So I don't even know, man. Stuff's getting crazy. I love it. And the last game I played this week, it's Dota 2.
Ooh,
how was
okay.
that?
I fired that up. I think it was after last week's episode and went through the tutorial, which was okay. It sort of teaches you the basic of, movement, attacking, what the creeps are, what other heroes are, how you
Nice.
buy stuff from the shop. The real basic low-level stuff.
Cool.
But it's so later yesterday, 2 days ago, I think it was. I went into a bot match, and
Okay.
thankfully, I've been watching the daily Dota at Giant Bomb to try and. So I sort of understand what.
No, it was the chat. Giant Bomb strikes again.
Yeah, exactly. I get all my news from Giant Bomb. So thankfully, I've been watching the Daily Dota to understand, what top, mid, bottom are, and rushing and towers and all that sort of stuff. Because it throws you in a game, and there are a bunch of bots that are saying like, "Oh, I'm pushing mid," and I'm just like, "What?" Well, thankfully, I sort of know that, but I'm kind of here controlling bottom by myself. I don't really know what's going on.
That just seems like such a walled garden to me. Like the game looks
Yes.
cool, but I don't know if I have the time.
I
really learn it.
I really like the bot matches, because if you can find somewhere that will introduce you to the language of the game, it's really not like pushing mid is, hey, we've taken down all the towers in the middle lane, we're just going to push to the end. We're just going to make like everybody get in here, we're going to try and finish this game in the middle lane, and then the lanes are just the three paths in the map top, middle, bottom. So like the everything is really easy. There's only one map, so it makes the game really easy to figure out what top, middle, and bottom are. But once you can find out, there's a really, really great video out there that somebody made. It's only, I think, 4 minutes long, and it basically explains to you everything in the game. Like, here are what creeps are, here are what towers are, and puts up a little screenshot of, this is what a tower is in the game. Here's what the ancient is, here's what your throne is, and all that stuff. So the basics of it are really easy to understand. It's just, I know the part that intimidates me is, one of the bots in the game went 17-1, and I went 1-9 in like a 10-minute game. So I suck. So that I think that's what's really always held me off from playing a MOBA is the like Knobs was saying, the walled garden is so high on it because these people have been playing live matches for so long, or they were actually playing the Warcraft 3 mod Dota from like a decade ago, so they have the basics down. For someone like me, that's why I picked Dota 2. They have the tutorials, they have the bot matches and everything, so it's really easy to get in on the ground level without having to actually play against other human beings. Because I know they're going to beat the crap out of me. Because somebody's going to say, I can't believe you didn't push bottom. And I'm like, I don't, what? How? What? I don't even know what that means. Or someone's like, oh, go jungle. And I'm like, no, no thank you, I don't do drugs. Like, I don't, half that stuff.
Like, that's the thing. I mean, I just don't know what happens in that game at this point where these terms are so, like to you, they're might as well be a foreign language.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's the the one thing MOBAs could really do as a part of their tutorial is have the basic tutorial, which I thought was really good, and told you especially how to purchase stuff and how to upgrade things via your purchases in the shop, because each item has an upgrade tree, which is crazy. But now that I got into a match, I sort of saw. Buying two items to combine them, two good items for your character to combine them in one really good item for your character. I was like, oh, okay, like that sort of makes a lot of sense. But I would really love if there was a really good tutorial or a challenge mode in the game where it says, all right, this game has been going for 20 minutes, we're gonna push bottom and try and destroy their ancient. You're gonna get in 20 minutes into this game and do that sort of stuff. A lot of it is really simple, and a lot of it is a game that we know how to play because we play games.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it is learning the language, which is really easy, and then just playing the game. And that's what I'm trying to get into. Is I want to play a bunch of matches. Once I get probably 5 or 10 bot matches under my belt, get familiar with a bunch of the heroes. Then I want to get into some, and I know Valve does matchmaking based on your battle level, which is basically your. So I can get in at level 1 and just be with a bunch of other scrubs and play this game against a bunch of other scrubs, and at least just try it, because I've always really been interested in MOBAs, and I feel like every time I read something now, or as soon as I got in, I started playing the game, totally started to understand. A lot of stuff started clicking together, and now that I'm watching more of the Daily Dota, and I'm hearing them talk about the advanced stuff, I can sort of start. I can start seeing where my knowledge gaps are and reading up some of that stuff. So, for anyone interested, the Dota 2 subreddit has been really, really helpful. There's a whole bunch of sidebar articles about, like, hey, do you want to play Dota 2? Here's what you need to know.
Nice.
And I really respect Dota 2 for being a free-to-play MOBA that you don't have to buy the heroes. So it's not like League of Legends where you get a small subset of the heroes and then you have to buy additional ones. None of that. You get all the heroes right out of the gate. Everything, you have everything right out of the bat. So
I do really like that idea of the bot match, because that's a lot how I used to learn how to play Command and Conquer and StarCraft.
Yeah, exactly.
Is playing a skirmish match with just against computer, and you keep leveling up the skill level of the computer to see how well you can compete.
And what's great in this too is the bots communicate using the in-game language. So somebody will be like, "Oh, we need to push Luna," which means, "Hey, everybody, get over here. We need to fight that character."
Yeah.
Like, "Hey, we took down the tower. Push mid." You know, that sort of stuff.
That's cool.
But what's really great is it has pretty much the UT2K4 announcer in it. So like, it goes double kill, and I was like, "Ooh,
Nice.
somebody's doing well." You know, like godlike and stuff like that. And I was like, "Yeah, this is
Very
awesome.
nice.
I'm gonna keep playing this." So you know, hopefully I'll get enough time to keep playing it and keep reporting back, because I think it's something that's so cool, and I think this is finally the game that will give you enough training wheels to really let you experience it on your terms, instead of playing a game against people that are level 800 and being like, "Oh, WTF, noob," and I'm like, this is the first game I've played. I do not know how to play this game.
I love there's always those guys that, like, they can clearly see I'm a level 3 and they're level like 8 bajillion.
Yeah.
Like, yelling at me. It's like, really, at this point, do you really need to berate me because of this right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm. That's why I picked Dota 2 and try and get a little bit easier, because League of Legends has a very famous history of being having one of the meanest communities on the internet, which they're actively trying to fix. But I know that Dota 2, especially with the very clear level communication, where when somebody's joining into a game, it says, "This is their level." Period.
Yeah.
You know, this is basically how many games. You know, here's the level. Here's how many games they've played. Here's their win-to-loss ratio. So, and the other Jay-Z in chat says League of Legends is basically 4chan. Yeah, in sort of in the horrible negative way.
Oh yeah. Okay. Never going there.
Yeah. So that's why I picked Dota. You know, and there's going to be a lot more people on my friends list that play Dota, so if we want to get into some sort of community Dota game playing, we can get 5 people together, pick all of our heroes, and go against 5 other people.
Nice.
So, you know, once I got my chaps up. So, but that's all I've been playing, so let's take a break.
Cool.
Seeing a 2-2 and 2.
Yeah.
Hey Boston, you see that they've closed Ubuntu bug number 1? Have you ever seen that?
No, what was the bug?
Bug number 1 for the Ubuntu operating system is Microsoft has a majority market share.
Oh, nice.
And apparently they officially closed it, and the closing comments say that, we have Android and iOS to thank for this.
Nice.
Yeah, I
Good
was
for
like,
them.
that's kind of awesome. I love that was bug number one for
Yeah.
that piece of software.
I really like Ubuntu, especially Ubuntu Server,
Yeah.
because for everywhere, especially with, apparently there's in the kernel, in newer versions of the kernel, there's going to be native Hyper-V support, and we run
Nose.
That's crazy.
Hyper-V here at
Yeah.
my job. That's great.
Yeah.
So like, a lot of people are like, oh, it's Microsoft technology. It's like, well, yeah,
it's-
after VMware screwed up their licensing, a lot of people are using Hyper-V now.
Dude, we deal with VMware at work, and yeah.
I
Yeah.
apologize. We had to move to Hyper-V at my work because of our. We moved to Microsoft TFS for our software development platform.
Oh, okay.
And it pretty much requires Hyper-V at that point.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we're mainly a PHP shop, so we don't
you can use
care what
whatever.
we use.
Yeah.
It's like, does it work? All right.
Persona Golden Chat asks, do you stream picking up the pixels as well? We do, and the schedule is on the right-hand side of the page.
Maybe
Why
grab
do
a
I
drink
keep
real quick.
Why do you keep chat from refreshing? Like it just won't.
What? What do you mean?
I had the chat popped out, and like last thing I said, same here. Tried out for like 5 minutes and was lost.
You might want to close it and open it back up. It sounds like it froze for you.
Oh, balls.
Persona Gold says Linux Mint is more user-friendly, I find. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the... It seems like that's sort of the driving force behind Mint is making it really, really user-friendly. Sort of what Ubuntu tried to do at the beginning. Soulman says scroll down knobs.
Yeah, I just saw that. Ha! Funny!
The Twitch's pop-out chat is weird.
No, I lost it on viewer list. Great. Trying to push the push pin back in your hair. Did I have that on earlier?
I think so, yeah.
Pop out. I don't need more pop-ups. Oh. Yeah, it's not that hot out, but it is hot as balls in this room right now.
Yeah?
God damn, my undercarriage is grody.
Zero the Hero in chat says, it's so teamwork oriented, everyone gets pissy because you can dick over your team. Like, that's the sort of the scary thing about Dota, or MOBAs in general, is it's so teamwork oriented that, you know, you can make one mistake and then your team's like, dude, what? Come on.
Yeah.
That's sort of why I'd like to get some TVGP community stuff going on, especially since it's free.
I think that'd be fun.
Mm-hmm. Get a
I,
bunch of
I,
people with
I forgot.
headsets.
I mean, whatchamacallit was just a blast. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I haven't had that much fun playing a PC game in probably years.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a perfect thing, just like Giant Bomb is doing. That'd be a perfect thing to stream Dota matches, you know, community Dota matches.
Yeah, that'd be pretty entertaining. I've you know, it's the type of game that I'd love to try out. I just feel like I don't have enough time to invest to get my skill up on it.
Yeah.
You know, once I have that kind of time, I'd probably be okay with it. But I don't know. For now, I'll stick with UT because the skills that I already have as a gamer apply very well to that.
Yeah. Alright, I'm ready to hit the next segment whenever you guys are.
I'm never going to die.
The other Jay-Z says, as long as it doesn't replace UT, I'm happy. That was banging. No, I think it'll be different.
Nah, alright, boom. Come on, you can say hi to everybody. And why are you always on my headphones?
Yeah, and I don't really want to replace Thursday Night Game Night. And because of my work schedule, I can't,
Fuck!
always do something during the week.
Hey, dicks, lay down.
That's a title.
12 Gauge Sled said, yeah, we missed you last Thursday. When you guys start playing, I'm leaving work, typically. So.
No. Come on.
I work in the California tech sector, so that means I get to start super late, and then I leave super late.
Yep.
Fucking open a window. Jesus Christ.
What is going on over there?
It's better if we don't know.
That's my nose. Like I forgot it was on camera. I'm gonna scratch the shit on my nose.
This
Hold
nose
on, he's
scratch
gotta
brought to you
do a
by
thing.
Lenovo. Good times.
All right. Well, whenever you guys are ready, I am.
Oh, to remind everyone too, watching live stream, I'll have to remember about it at the end of the show. I made a subreddit the other day for all the
Yes.
E1M1 shows. So just the subreddit name is E1M1. If you haven't used Reddit before, that means reddit.com/r/E1M1.
I'm surprised that wasn't taken.
Yeah, me too. But I think a lot of
That's-
people don't know what E1M1 is. So,
Yeah. Just a shame.
Yeah.
Episode 1, Map 1, for those of you not in the know.
Yep.
Which I mean, when we were, I remember we started talking about that for like our big flagship thing. That was so brilliant.
Yeah.
I was like, that is just genius. I'm surprised it's not taken. And that was what 5-6 years ago when we thought of that, or you thought of that?
No, it was probably about 2 or 3, and I was just so surprised because I think I was listening to the Doom 2 soundtrack, and I was like, these track names are really weird, and I was like, oh right, the map names are really weird. Oh, what about E1M1 and Doom 1? I was like, wait a minute, that would be perfect because I was having such a hard time coming up with a network name that wasn't like that podcast network, and I was like, that's lame.
Yeah.
Nothing would ever be successful with that as the first word.
That's true.
Yeah. Alright, you guys
Alright.
ready to do the second segment?
Indeed.
Oh yeah, hold on, let's show you. I found this great picture for my background or my load screen for my tablet.
Oh, nice.
Oh, very nice. That is awesome.
That is so cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now I got the underglow face.
Ooh.
Spooky.
Campfire Tales.
Goosebumps.
What up? What up, sucker? I'm really beaming. I'm always steaming. I'm watching too much. Fuck's Any Given Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking hate Jamie Foxx. All right, I'm done.
Okay.
And we have another title.
Douchebag. All right, you guys ready?
Yup.
Yeah.
All right, ready in 3, 2, 1. Oh shit.
Take 2.
Like that burp like got stuck like right here.
Body cast continues.
Yep.
That's your fault, Samps. Just saying.
Throwing it out there.
Don't be afraid of it, cowboy. He just. All right. Tell me, his little Donnyisms don't pop into your everyday culture now, Brian.
Oh, they do a little bit.
And no one knows what you're talking about or understands how funny they really are. All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
All right, ready in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody. We got releases, downloadable games this week. Marvel Heroes for the PC.
I wasn't excited about this until Musim was talking about it on Pup RPG Love. Apparently, it's like a Diablo-style Marvel MMO that's free to play on PC.
It looks kind of cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
I
it
might
ju-
have to do that.
yeah. I think I'm
Like
gonna have to download that.
it's nothing that's ever been on my radar, but every time I see a little blurb on it or something, I'm like, that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Oh, there it came. That
Watch the
came
live
out.
stream.
Sorry.
Uh,
Wolfenstein 3D for XBLA and PSN is 400 points or $5 respectively.
We had a good conversation before we went live streaming on this about,
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, it's coming back, but you've got everyone has a PC that can run it. Everyone has a TI-83 that can run it.
this is
Yeah.
true.
That's right. Or TI-83.
TI-83.
That's right.
Uh,
Blast from the Past cast.
Aren't they up to 85 at this point? I don't know.
They're probably like 400. I don't even know.
Oh, maybe. It's probably got color now too.
Probably.
All right. PlayStation Plus members get Blaze Blue Continue and Shift Extend for PlayStation Vita is free.
If you've ever been curious about an Arc System Works game, this is Blaze Blue, all patched, all fixed, and has all the DLC in it.
nice.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. U.S. release for the week of June 3rd, 2013. Remember Me for the PlayStation 3, 360, and PC.
I'm
Already?
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm very, very curious to see how this turns out. I think
Yeah.
if it comes out, it's had enough time in the oven, I think it's going to be a hell of a game. But I think if it's even released a little bit too early, I think it could go pretty wrong.
Yeah.
It definitely has potential to go very south very quickly.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing, New Leaf for the thirds.
Here's a shameful admission time. I've never played an Animal Crossing game.
That's not
Neither have I.
shameful.
I should
I've
pick
never
this up.
played one myself.
I think I'd like them. My brother played a lot of the GameCube one. Seemed great.
It's one of those games that had like Harvest Moon just had that connotation as being like a little girl's game.
Oh. Well, I think neither of those games are very much a you game, Knobs. It's
What
not
are you
in
saying?
your wheelhouse.
That's not in my range.
I'm not saying you're a little girl. What?
I think now that I actually own a house in real life, I don't know if I want a virtual one.
Yeah, a virtual village.
Yeah. Yep, that takes up a lot of time, doesn't it? Alrighty, and lastly, Skyrim Legendary Edition for the PlayStation 3 and 360 PC.
It's got all the DLC in it. So, and it's a pretty
It's
good
got
value.
everything. So if you
Yeah.
bought everything at this point, hey, guess what? You could have got it for $60. You waited 2 months.
It's true. Moving on to news stories. The Phoenix Wright trilogy finally launches for iOS. Each game in the trilogy is $7, or the entire trilogy is $17. And as somebody who paid $30 a pop for each one of those games when they came out, it's a pretty great deal.
That is a pretty great deal.
I think this is probably the best way to play Phoenix Wright.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And for those of you that have iPhone 5s, apparently there's a little bit of letterboxing that happens. The other Jay-Z says objection.
That's perfect.
Apparently there's a little bit of letterboxing that happens, but you're getting really great games for really cheap, so shut the hell up.
Yeah.
And just play them and enjoy them, because they're really good.
Yep.
And Ace Attorney 5 should be coming out here later this year digitally on 3DS. So get caught up at this point.
Yes.
It's a good
Indeed.
way to do it.
Objection. And the other news story we have this week, because it's super quiet since E3 is apparently next week, EA eliminating Online Pass. So the news story from last week when we were talking about the Xbox One was that EA was, from this point forward, eliminating their online passes. You know, this famous Project $10 thing. They were getting rid of it. Everybody rejoiced. And EA said, look, we tried it. You guys hated it. Whatever.
And there was much rejoicing.
Yay.
Come on.
So that's a really good, deep Monty Python quote. You guys gotta love that one. So this week they came out and said, well, they're getting rid of Online Pass in all of the games that had an Online Pass as well.
Yeah.
So starting with the 360 and the other platforms coming here shortly, everything that's had an Online Pass, all that stuff is free now.
Nice.
And so it's not only multiplayer, it's also DLC that came with Online Passes. So I would like to make a note that this also includes Mass Effect 2 Cerberus Network.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you haven't played Mass Effect 2 yet, this
it
now
up,
is
use.
probably a pretty good
Probably
time.
the best time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's great.
yeah, I mean, I got to give EA a lot of credit. You know, they tried something that turned out really badly, and they said, well, you guys didn't like it, so we're not going to do it. You know, maybe a little later than I would have liked.
Yeah.
But they didn't need to make any of the past stuff free. And I really got to give them some credit for that, especially for people that are going back and playing some of these games. You know, stuff that probably should have been free in the first place is now free. Hooray!
Yeah.
Welcome to EA, Sword Traveler. But those
Callbacks.
are those are all the news stories that I have for this week. Everything's been pretty quiet because of E3.
Yeah, everyone's huddled, just kind of like, wait for it.
Yeah, everyone's
Yeah, everyone's geared up, ready to spring.
yeah. But we will we will be talking about that stuff not next week, but the week after that. So we'll be doing our E3 extravaganza 4-hour disaster. But until let's take another break.
All right. Oh, man.
Oh, I should probably pull up emails.
Emails. What are those?
Man, Boston, do you get huge pressure swings in San Diego like you do in Cleveland?
No.
My joints are just killing me.
That's what I was thinking about that the other day. I kind of like that. Now.
Nice.
I mean, like, all of my fingers and phalanges are just, like, sore.
Yeah.
And my knees, like, my poor finger, like, my crazy finger just...
Oh, what are you doing?
Oh God! There are children watching, sir.
That looked insane. What did you do to your hand?
Are you familiar with the term of stoving a finger?
No.
Well, essentially, it's the same thing as having a finger jammed.
Okay.
What happened is this one, like, if you look at like people's fingers, like normally, like all right, we'll compare same finger. Like
All right.
this one, this joint is so far off that when I go to close my hand or grasp, like just that tip,
Oh.
like
Wow.
it's I can wave. Hi.
I can sort of do that. Like I can do that with like this hand because I played guitar for years. But like,
But no, it's not just like, I mean, look at how that bulges
oh
out.
man, that looks incredibly painful. That's all I'm saying.
No, it just gets stiff.
Chat exploded, and I just looked at it.
I like the other Jay-Z said, my uncle tried getting me to do that. I had to move states.
But no, it was funny. Like we were talking about like stupid like rings and shit, and I was like, oh, let me see if that fits. And I went to put it on my finger. I was like, and like blocked it.
Zero the Hero in chat asks, Dreamcast 2 at E3, give me odds. 0%.
And there you go.
See.
How did you even see anything? There's a big box in the window.
I hate that box.
This box sucks. Oh man.
Skip said, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Did you hear that?
What?
He like kind of growled.
Oh. Someone's angry.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Doggy breath. You're so warm.
Alright, are you guys ready?
As
I
ready
am-
as I can be.
I have not had lunch and
to
I
the
am
internal
starving.
conversations that happen here all day.
Yeah. Alright, starting in 3, 2, 1. let's talk about tweets.
Hey, tweets, man.
Toxic Joker writes in and says, "Hey guys, love the show as always." Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
A couple questions. First, what is your biggest gaming pet peeve? Mine is unskippable cutscenes. Mine is unpausable cutscenes.
Yep.
Because I hate going into a game and running into a cutscene where eventually, inevitably, something will happen where somebody's calling you or somebody comes to talk to you as soon as the cutscene happens, or the cat is behind you throwing up something horrible, and you need to just pause the cutscene, and you never know, is it going to pause it? Is it going to skip it? Is it going to skip that and like the next 2 hours worth of dialogue?
Yes.
Who knows?
I think that's my bigger pet peeve. I would rather have a game completely lock me into a cutscene than me hit start, attempting to pause it, and then skipping an entire story, and then have no way of going back to view that cutscene.
Yeah, exactly.
I've done that I don't know how many times, where I think Zone of the Enders was notorious for it.
Yeah.
Where like I really had to go to the bathroom, or I got a phone call, and like I was like, oh, I my insides are about to dispel themselves. I have to move. I hit pause, and it skipped. And next thing you know, I'm getting pummeled. I'm like,
you're in a giant
I'm
battle.
like, F it, I'm done. And I just go and just let myself die.
Yeah. Toxic Joker clarifies in chat. He says, I mean, skippable isn't playing a second time, like I don't need to see them again. I absolutely agree with that. I'm actually okay. I'm really okay with skippable cutscenes, especially the second time around, because I've already seen it, or make them watchable in the game somehow, make some sort of theater mode or something.
Well, I like what some of the games do, where they actually have the skip button, the back button, instead of having the start button.
Yeah.
Like, I think that makes more sense. Like, all right, you hit back to skip, but you have to go out of your way to hit that, because you're never going to use your left hand to hit that button. It's always your right.
Yeah.
And one thing I discovered actually in Alpha Protocol was you didn't necessarily, like, there's a lot of dialogue and stuff that happens in those cutscenes, but the triggers, you can actually fast forward through some of that dialogue.
Yeah,
I had no idea you could do that.
I found that this time, you can hold down one of the triggers and it fast forwards through dialogue. So you're still seeing everything and everybody's still talking, but it's
funny and entertaining.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
his other question is, my second question is, what are your thoughts on Nintendo's baffling decision to claim ad revenue from fan-made YouTube videos? So, we haven't reported on this. I haven't put it in the episode because nobody really knows what's going on. I'm assuming that this is quickly going to become litigious. But basically, what Nintendo did is on videos that are of length, and I think they're really trying to capture like Let's Play sort of length videos where somebody's playing through an entire game. Is that Nintendo is capturing. They're inserting their own ads in front of these players' videos instead of those players' ads.
Yeah.
And trying to capture, and apparently YouTube has rolled out some sort of audio recognition system where a company can upload a bunch of their sound effects or like lines from movies or stuff, and then YouTube can scrape through videos and identify. So, like putting a line from a movie and trying to see if somebody uploaded the entire movie, or putting the Mario jump sound and seeing how many videos have that Mario jump sound in it, that sort of thing. So,
I think of our outtakes. Error.
Yeah, exactly. So honestly, I don't really know, and it seems to be a story that sort of came and went rather quickly, and everyone's gone, okay. I'm curious to see if there will be any lawsuits or anything surrounding that, but I don't really know. I think it's interesting. I understand Nintendo wants to get theirs because somebody is playing the entirety of their game and putting it on YouTube. But I mean, there has to be a different way.
Yeah.
I don't know. So we haven't talked about it because there seems to be a lot of information missing. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's move on to our one email this week from Dave, aka RoboPig. He says, "Hey guys, I want to thank Knobs and the Hannah for playing some UT with us on Thursday.
Hey, my pleasure.
I was wondering if you think next-gen consoles will have a shorter time span where they are seen as superior to PCs for gaming, due to the very PC-like specs of both next-gen systems. Seems like someone with a high-end PC will not be missing anything graphics-wise when these next-gen systems come out." Oh man, so this is like the holy war of that has always happened for gaming, which is, oh, the Xbox One came out, yeah, it looks really good, but the PC I built 3 years ago looks way better, whatever. I mean, PCs are always going to be more powerful than consoles are out of the game. You know, even a PC you're going to build for $1,000, it's going to kick the crap out of a lot of consoles. Where the consoles really benefit is having a known discrete pipeline throughout the entire console. So you can know, oh, it's always going to have this RAM, this CPU, this back-end pipeline.
Yes.
And it's always going to be an argument. And it's always going to be something. It's you know, the classic Super Nintendo versus Genesis argument. You know,
Sega does what Nintendo don't.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
I think we're old enough that we really don't care. Just play games, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that if they have some sort of, I don't know, superiority for any length of time, it'll be maybe a year, like it always is.
Yeah.
Because PC tech is constantly evolving, and we're probably on the cusp of a new type of RAM, simply because of the current shortages with DDR3.
Yeah.
And then, you know, things are always accelerating in PC hardware. It's Moore's Law.
Moore's Law.
I believe.
Moore's Law, yeah.
You know, every 18 months you've, you know, increased exponentially. So I think, you know, if there's gonna be, they're not more powerful than PCs. Like, they already aren't. You can already build a more powerful PC than the Xbox One.
Yeah.
You already can.
That's certainly never been the strength of home consoles. It's always been having a unified architecture.
Exactly.
Right.
And that's honestly more advantageous.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of it's got to be. I mean, you don't see a lot of companies building for the future. You'll never see something a system crippling game like Crysis was when that was originally released.
Yeah.
Where that was designed for hardware that hasn't even been invented yet.
Yeah.
That's always fun.
Yeah. His next question is, do you think Microsoft trying to make the Xbox One a multi-use, jack-of-all-trades sort of console will hurt their reputation with the hardcore gaming audience? And then he has another question here. Honestly, I don't think so. I think what is hurting their hardcore gaming audience at the moment is their lack of unified communications.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't have. Did you see that flow chart on? I think it was Kotaku about why everyone was confused about what the Xbox One
No,
was.
I'll have to look that up.
It was fantastic. It was everything. Every quote was contradictory.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like, they need to unify their message and make some sense of what they're trying to do. Like, how do you get to this point where it's about to be released this year? You really don't know what the hell you're doing.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest part. Like, core gamers were asking the questions about used games and, you know, what stuff's going to carry over and backwards compatibility. You know, the questions that we're going to ask that people aren't going to care about in a 1 hour long, TV televised sort of thing. Yeah. And all the answers are either flip, you know, like, oh, if you want backwards compatibility, you're truly backwards, you know, and then not having a communication about used games. I think the console being focused on all-in-one, jack-of-all-trades, I don't think that hurts gamers or core gamers at all. I think that's what the 360 eventually became, and we're still getting games for it, you know, and we're still going to see Xbox One games at E3, and I'm sure they're going to look great. But I think the message, the communication is what Microsoft needs to get around, and they need to learn from what happened with Sony and the PS3.
Yes.
Don't have this attitude.
Don't.
People won't buy your
hubris.
console. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because people flat out won't buy your console.
Yeah.
So
I think the other thing that's I could potentially see being a problem for Xbox is their massive focus on television as it exists today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it is changing, because it needs to, because the television plan you get today sucks.
That's why we
It's
canceled
terrible. It's awful because
Yeah.
you have to go, oh, well, I want this channel and this channel, but I don't care about the other 400 channels I'm getting. Can I
Yeah.
just get these two? You sure can for the $150 package.
Yeah.
Both
Yeah.
of those channels come in and you get 800 others that you're never going to watch, but you have to dig through
Yep.
to find the two you actually want.
And that's
I
exactly
hope-
why I canceled cable. You have Netflix, you have Hulu, you have Amazon Prime Video, you have all this stuff that combined costs way less than cable service, and you're getting exactly what you want.
Exactly, and that's my big thing. Is I watch Netflix, I watch Hulu. You know, my fiance, she watches some stuff that you can't get on Amazon or Netflix. She watches Bravo shows that don't show up anywhere.
Yeah,
and I could have gotten her. I could have gotten her if Amazon Prime just had more of that stuff because they're the closest thing.
Yeah, and thankfully a lot
I
of
could save so much money, but
a lot of these TV networks are actually airing a lot of their own stuff on their own
Yeah,
websites,
they
which is
stream it
great.
on their own sites. Yeah.
Yeah. So putting all this stuff together is it's. I think that's a lot of people's frustration about this stuff as well. It's like, well, most of us don't have TV, so I don't care. Like, I'm sure.
But I think that's more of I guess our problem because I don't think a lot of people don't have TV. I think it's still a big thing.
Yeah.
But I think it desperately needs to be improved.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a
still
whole
pay-
other podcast, frankly.
Yeah.
I
True.
mean, I still pay my $100 a month for my satellite TV, where I have an obscene amount of channels,
Yeah.
and literally, I maybe watch 8 to 15 of them tops.
Yeah.
Like tops.
I don't
Every
watch
once in a
any of
while, I'll stumble across something I've never seen before, and it'll be in my rotation just to check.
Yeah.
But it's mostly. I mean, I never watch anything on time. It's always on DVR.
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Like that's pretty much the only thing that's keeping me tied to that system.
Yeah.
But the thing is these companies will sit there. It's like, all right, well, I want to cancel. It's like, well, we'll cut your rate down to $50 a month instead of $100. I was like, why don't you offer me that now? I mean,
Yeah.
I've been a customer for you since '99.
Yeah.
What? Why am I not getting this break?
Yeah.
And did the same thing with Megan's cable. Like she was paying $70 a month and she was getting like 80 channels. They were going to give her the same thing for $30 a month. I was like, like the bandwidth's already there. What's the problem? Why isn't this cheaper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as Hannah said, that's a whole separate podcast.
It really is. And it's just, man, makes
Oh.
me angry's up the blood.
RoboPig has one more question though. He says, "And there has there been any evidence that they're going to try and compete better this round in Asia, or have they just given up on that obviously lucrative market?" So when you start splitting, Asia's really big. So when you start, I think when you start talking about, I think if you start talking about everywhere other than Japan, there are too many laws and there's too many restrictions about what sort of content can be displayed in that country, i.e. China.
Yeah.
And when you start looking at a lot of the other countries, there's still a lot of piracy. So you can come out with a console that nobody's going to buy, they're going to pirate all the games. There's really nothing you can do about that.
Yeah.
And then when you start looking at Japan, Microsoft doesn't know how to market to Japan. And
No,
I
they
think
don't.
they've finally given up.
And I think that's okay. I think they have to be okay with that.
I think they need to market to Europe this time.
Yes.
Because that's
they
a very
really
big
need to
market that I
concentrate
think Sony's capturing that Microsoft isn't.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think toward the mid to the backswing of the Microsoft life cycle, they started picking up a lot of steam in there because it was different than the stuff they already had.
yeah,
Kind of like most of us picked up PlayStation 3s late,
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's I don't know, it's such a fickle market, and I think there has to be that one game that Microsoft would have to release like in the vein of like a Monster Hunter that would capture that and get that box in there.
yeah.
The worst thing they could do is make that thing gigantic because they don't like big things in their finite space and little apartments.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the biggest problem that Microsoft had on the 360 is they could never capture the interest of virtually any Japanese developers until way too late, and the Japanese market had already written off the 360.
Yeah.
It just wasn't even interested. So, I don't know. I mean, I think that problem is a different problem than hubris. I think they just don't know how to do it. I don't think they've ever figured it out.
And I
don't think
they're
anybody
too
knows how to
concerned. I don't think they're too concerned with it, honestly. I mean,
Yeah,
they're
I don't
still
think they
making
care.
money hand over fist, and if they ever want to get into that market, they will. Microsoft's not a stupid company.
Yeah.
They just, I think the
360
original
did
Xbox.
well enough without the Japanese market, so I think they probably said Xbox One, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah.
If you look, the Xbox One presentation aired at 2 a.m. in Japan. I think that says a lot. you know.
Yeah.
So, but that's all the emails and tweets we got this week. If you'd like to visit us, you can do so at tvgp.tv. You can tweet us at tvgp, email us at tvgpfans@gmail.com. Don't forget to watch the live stream. Twitch.tv/E1M1 Network, and newly introduced, brand new, is the subreddit over on Reddit is E1M1. If you're not on Reddit, that's reddit.com/r/E1M1. Knobs.
Oh, and please don't forget to join. I was writing that down. Sorry. Don't forget to join the forums. Mark yourselves on the map. Join us Monday night, 10 p.m. EST for Left 4 Dead 2. It is a smashing good time. It's always interesting and fun, and usually something dumb is said during the middle of it. And join us for Steam Game Night this Thursday night. UT anything at this point. Go find the Unreal package. It's usually pretty cheap. It gets you everything, so you're prepared for whatever comes your way.
Yep.
And don't forget about this month's TVGP Game Club game, which I'm going to strangle my computer about, is Dragon Age Origins.
Yeah.
And it's a really great game when it works.
Yeah, hopefully you have better luck.
Don't let my technical issues stop you.
And that's all we got. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us in chat, and we'll see you all next week.
Laters.
Peace.
I have 3 titles.
I have
got a
2.
few. I've got a small
Knobs, go
selection.
ahead. Go ahead and hit those titles since you know.
I have Chore X and Chore Y
I have that one.
because that was really funny. and I think someone messed up saying foreshadowing. They said frost shadowing or frostrating. That was it. Frostrating.
Frustrated.
I have my personal favorite, Gettin' Loose in My Headphones, and Tetris with a chance of success.
Nice. Let's see, I've got Bodycast, Very Streaky, Button Mayhem, Bathrooms Are Bears, Sending Flowers Where They Don't Need to Be, Lumens Up a Storm, and Way Down Under.
What was Way Down Under reference to?
I have no idea.
even know.
I put that one down a while ago.
I really
We got in
like.
chat.
I really like Getting Loose in My Headphones.
Nice. Yeah, we
I
got
could
that one.
deal with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, don't.
But Chore X and Chore Y was really funny.
Yeah.
It was really good.
That's just how I talk.
That's just me, man.
I don't know where I have. I don't know, like Chore X and Chore Y. Like you're a little kid and you have a finite amount of time. You're an adult. You can do whatever you want. Come on.
A skewed one in chat also has a good one of I need to download more RAM. That's a pretty.
Yes.
Oh,
Stop chewing my notebook. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. This is That Video Game Podcast, episode 293 for June 3rd, 2013. Getting loose in my headphones.
Keeping it real, cowboy.
All right. Thank
Tasty.
you very much, everyone, for joining us. We had a new high number of viewers, so hope to see you all back here next week.
Hey, if anybody's up for some Unreal, I might get some.